It is in Cremona, Stradivari's home city, that the skilled hands of violin makers are able to coax the sweetest notes from pulsating wooden fibers.
Cremona, at the heart of one of Europe's most important agricultural areas, has emerged unscathed by industrial transformations, maintaining its good quality of life. Since Roman times, the town has represented a strategic and economic center of crucial importance, thanks to its position on the banks of the Po River. The fame of Cremona as the capital of music and the art of violin making has spread everywhere. And it is above all for violin making that it is known all over the world. One of the rooms of the town hall is home to the world's most important collection of violins. 9 violins, 1 viola, and 1 cello remind visitors of the craftsmen who gave birth to the legendary history of Cremonese violin making. 2 more recent violins show the continuity of the classical tradition. In Cremona, even the stones ooze the art of violin making. More than 100 workshops of master violin makers give birth to precious instruments in the classical tradition. The Stradivarian Museum is housed in the 16th century Palazzo Affaitati, the history of which dates back to 1893, when Giovanni Battista Cerani donated some objects that had belonged to Antonio Stradivarius to the town of Cremona. In the course of time, the collection has grown gradually richer thanks to private donations.
And here in Cremona, the Antonio Stradivari Foundation has organized international violin-making competitions, which take place every 3 years, inspired by the classical Cremonese school and its evolution. Exhibitions of historical string instruments, cultural meetings, researches, conferences, seminars, and musical events.
Every year, together with Cremona's trade fair organization, Cremona Mondo Musica is organized, an international showroom for high-quality string instruments and their accessories, handmade by craftsmen, unlike mass-produced series. The International Violin-Making School of Cremona was founded in 1938 by royal decree. Its aim was to create a highly qualified center of professional education in violin making, following the tradition of the old Cremonese school. One of the school's aims was to return to and conserve the procedures used by the Cremonese master violin makers of the 16th, 17th, and 18th centuries, without losing sight of musical developments and new performance standards. The school has established a name for itself over the years, as confirmed by the high number of students who have enrolled there from all over the world.
We are now going into one of the 145 workshops run by master violin makers in Cremona to follow the construction of a violin step by step.
The Consorzio Liutai trademark identifies contemporary Cremonese violin making all over the world. It has taken up the challenge for the requalification of a traditional artistic craft based on times and technology from the past, and penalized by modern economic logic, industrial standardization, and product marketing.
The Consorzio Liutai arranges for musicians from all over the world to try out instruments bearing the Cremona Liuteria hallmark at its headquarters. The sound of Cremonese instruments has fascinated and delighted people for 500 years. Its special quality springs from the skilled hands of master craftsmen, while other hands, those of the musician, bring it to the hearts and minds of listeners. And now the city where Stradivari lived and worked offers you the chance to experience it yourself. Here in the auditorium and Sala Maffei of the Chamber of Commerce, you can try out contemporary stringed instruments made by the master craftsman of the Consorzio Liutai Antonio Stradivari Cremona. Making the magic of that sound eternal is the goal of Cremonese violin making, which still uses the same traditional methods as the great masters of the past. This is a tradition that Cremonese craftsmen cherish and protect under the Cremona Liuteria hallmark. The fact that these days famous musicians play contemporary instruments inspired by classical Cremonese violin making confirms the excellence of our school. Violin making, the excellence of Cremona.